Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about my favorite free toys I had as a kid. These were toys that I could make on my own and not have to buy them in a store. Some of the material and things were purchased, but not purchased as toys. But being a child of pre-technology, a child of the 70s, we actually used a thing called imagination back in the day, and it was a great thing. I don't think kids have a tenth of the imagination the kids back then had. And some of these are really simple things that you can find around the house, and you could use whatever as long as you used your imagination. And one is blanket forts or cushion forts. You use the blankets, grab a couple blankets, cushions from the couch. You could prop them up all over the house, all over the front room, whatever you had. And you cover them with blankets. You can make tunnels, a secret room behind the couch, whatever. Have your friends in there. You could play all day like that. It was awesome. You could change it up anytime. You could use a chair, drape it over that, cushions. So blanket forts or cushion forts, whatever you want to call them. Two is just boxes. When I was little, some of my friends' parents would buy stoves or refrigerators and have them delivered to their house, and they would come in a giant cardboard box, and I would love to have that chance to get my hands on those at the time, and I could turn that box into anything I wanted to. It could be a car, it could be a spaceship, it could be a house. Just cut out some windows on the side, maybe paint or draw a steering wheel or whatever in the front, put a seat in there, and it could be my little command center, spaceship, whatever. I was happy all day long with that. So, boxes. It reminds me of the Ren and Stimpy commercial, log. It's just a basic thing, but I know log was not intended to be a toy. It's just that you could sell kids anything and they would be happy. But something basic as a box, you could use your imagination all day long with that. Then if you got bored at the end of the day, you could just spend the next half hour just destroying the box, throwing rocks at it, jumping on it, whatever. So it was a multi-purpose toy. Three is paper airplanes. I don't think I know of anybody that makes paper airplanes anymore. Maybe some people do my age or whatever. Maybe kids do too, I don't know, but it seems like that's all we practiced when we were little, is trying to make different airplanes that would fly the farthest, fly the longest, whatever, float, whatever you wanted to do, different designs. You'd always put like tape on the front or staples to make it a little bit heavier and you could go further. So paper airplanes. And these I didn't make too much, but I remember them as a kid, especially in school. The little paper thing where you would go like this with your fingers and you'd ask questions on it, whatever. I don't know what it's called. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you get an answer, then you flip it up. And so whatever that's called, I always used to wait till somebody else made it to play with them. Or the paper boxes, kind of like origami for kids, where you can make a paper box and you can blow it up and it'd be a cube. Then you blow it up and everybody smashed it at the end of the day anyway. Try to make it explode. What else? Everybody had Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars when I was little. That's no surprise, but if you had a dirt backyard, you could carve out a little city back there, make tunnels, underpasses, bridges, whatever you had available, pieces of wood, rocks, whatever. You could carve little cliffs, you can make a mound, carve cliffs, roads, whatever, make a little city with all your Hot Wheels, and you could put like a Hot Wheel or a car at every little house that you made. And I could play in the yard like that all day long. And often I did. So it wasn't just the toys, but it was the imagination you put into that. And I don't think, sadly, kids use their imagination anymore since we all stare at a screen in our pocket all day long. And if we're not staring at that one, we're staring at our laptops, our TVs, whatever. And that's kind of depressing, so I just kind of want to touch on the good old days when kids used their imagination. And another thing is models, car models, spaceship models, airplane models, where you would actually have to put a little bit of effort and skill into making a model. I never had either one, so I would always get the snap together models. Sometimes I would still jack that up, but models. something that would occupy your time and you'd have something to show for it after you were done. So just things like that. Even if I had action figures and I didn't have a play set, often I didn't, I would put string across the living room back and forth and let them slide down like that, whatever. I just used whatever I had and made the most of it. And another thing is just a blanket. You crumple up a blanket, throw it on the floor, and it's a mountain where you could have all your battles with your action figures or whatever. You have little nooks and crannies where you can put them in, and they could advance on each other, whatever the war was that you wanted to fight that day. So blankets, boxes, couch cushions, whatever, paper, simple things that you had around the house that you could use to play and have fun as a kid. And I know I'm missing a lot. I didn't really write a script for this, but if you can think of something you used as a kid around the house that wasn't necessarily a toy, but you made it a toy, let me know. That would be great. Maybe I forgot about something. I've got a poor memory anymore. Like I said, I didn't write a script for this. I actually wrote one for cheap toys, which I'm going to do next time. Toys $5 and under that were awesome way back in the day. And I don't even think these things are around anymore. So yeah, that's it. My main message is kids of the old days, 70s, early 80s, whatever, even before that, actually use a thing called imagination, and I don't think it's something that's used anymore. You don't have to think when you stare at your screen. Whatever you're staring at, thinks for you. Sorry for my dogs in the background, everybody just got home. So yeah, if you can think of something I forgot, let me know. Oh, I remember we'd get like a motorized car, get a little car that you put a battery in and it would take off. After a while, the car would just get trashed. So we'd pull the battery and the little motor that was inside, usually is a little cylinder thing with a little gear on the top. And you could get a battery, tape the ends, the wires to it, and you could spin it. We put popsicle sticks on there to make propellers and things like that. So yeah, whatever we could do as kids to entertain ourselves when we didn't have the phones in our hands all the time. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me, wasting a couple minutes of your life. And maybe you'll think of something I didn't and leave it down in the comments. If you like this video, I'm going to try to be here every other day with some nostalgia. And the in-between days, I'm going to do autographs. I collect autographs. And I'm sure stories about that too. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you feel so inclined, subscribe. Let somebody know about this. And I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye.